Hello and welcome to Guitars for Bars. The day is finally here. We're going to start the sparkle on the Tiger Shark V. I've got it all sanded and hang on a second. I've got my masks drawn and actually cut. If you are going to be doing this kind of work a lot, you'll want to get one of these self-healing cutting mats. I've got the blue tape down. I looked up online Tiger Sharks to see what they look like. The original design I was going to use is on a sketch. I think it's on one of the other videos, maybe at the beginning. It wasn't accurate as far as Tiger Sharks actually, the way their pattern looked. So I am going to try to replicate generally the pattern. The colors won't match an actual Tiger Shark, but this is the main pieces for the pattern. I've got these drawn and cut, like I said, and if I need to, I'll use the other side for more pieces. Alright, I've got everything taped off that I don't want paint to get on. I've got the pickup cavities taped off because I want them to stay that solid color. And the same way, I've got the electronics compartment taped off so we don't get anything in there, because that just causes problems. Now, as far as this part goes, I'm going to use the oval parts and I'm going to mask off the dark areas because that's the second part of the glitter job. The first part is going to be the back, I guess, the lighter color. So you're going to want to save your extra pieces, because after I peel these off, then I've got to put these around the area that was masked off so that I can fill in with the glitter. And you'll see how all that works as we go. It's all masked off, ready to paint now. I used paper and blue tape. I'm not going to paint the whole thing at once. I'm going to do one edge, the back edge, or the inside edge of the V, whatever you want to call it, and the top. This edge here and the back I'll do later. I'm do them in separate pieces so I don't end up with a mess. It's upside down. Let me flip the guitar over so you get an idea what we're looking at. Okay, there's my representation of the Tiger Shark pattern. You can see down here I've got these spots here that aren't all the way attached. Those are going to be dark up here and then they're going to fade. So I'm going to be spraying some white paint on all the stuff that you see where the paint is, and then I'm going to be putting the glitter over that. Actually, it's going to be white down here and it's going to fade up to this darker color, and then we'll put white glitter, and then we'll put a little bit darker glitter up on here, and then we'll shoot a few coats of clear on top of that, and we'll let that dry till tomorrow, and then we'll do the other part. And then the back, I'm thinking the back is probably going to be a solid color, so that'll be day 3. So it looks like the sparkle part of this will be 3 days, and then we'll have 1 day on the neck, which will include scallops on the back for fret markers that are just going to be white paint, and glitter headstock. All right, take it out to the shop and start spraying. For the paint part of this process, I'm going to be using this External Mix airbrush. It's a Posh or Pasha, however you want to pronounce it. Obviously, it's got a lot of use. This is my favorite one. If I ever broke it, I would have to replace it. I'm going to be using the DCC Concept from PPG. It's white. There'll be 4 parts of paint to 1 part of hardener, and normally 2 parts of the reducer, but I'm going to reduce it extra, so I'll probably use 4 parts reducer. I'll be using this little stainless steel sauce cup. These are available at Walmart. There's 4 of them in a pack. I love these things. I use them a lot. So I'm going to mix up the paint and get started. I only need a small amount of paint, so I'm using this. It's a Dash stainless steel mixing from the food section at Walmart. They come in a set, different sizes. If you're going to be doing this kind of work, you'll want to get some of these. And I'm going to also be using the Lazy Susan, and I'm going to be holding it by the neck. So you guys will get to see all that. Here's what one of those little sets of measuring spoons looks like. I'm sure you can get them other places besides Walmart. I've got 2 sets because I have a tendency to lose things. So this one's all connected and the other ones are all in pieces. Okay, this stuff, even though I'm using the airbrush and only spraying a little bit, it's still just as health hazardous as it is if you're spraying a lot of it. So I've got my fan running and I've got my mask on, and this is only going to take a few minutes, so let's do it. If you're using one of these kind of airbrushes, you can see that paint's right there. You don't want to shake it. I have a tendency to think it's spray paint and start shaking it, and then I slop that crap everywhere. I'm trying not to do that this time. Now I'm going to be real careful around these. I just want a little bit of white faded in there because of the way that's going to work. Now, this is a very complicated sparkle finish. Usually you just do a solid color, but I'm doing fades, and it's tricky. Okay, I'm going to pick it up and start at the top. Oh, gotta spit. That's okay. Ah, more paint. All right, I had just the right amount of paint. Now that's got to sit for 2 hours. Then we'll come back and do clear and sparkle.